There's the re-roll. Here's the reason, Shadow Babies. Here's the reason. This person has 3 months of ambassadorship and not a single click.
Not a single click.
Not a single click. Not even once.
So it's not
Urged.
They're re-rolling.
This is an ambassador giveaway, and you've got to be collaborating with my company to get my free computers. Sponsored by Intel. Thanks, Intel.
This dude's a cock.
Yeah.
Let the games commence.
Boy.
That's very Freddie Mercury, isn't it? Am I appropriating Mercury?
So that's no longer a company anymore.
Oh, they're done. Yeah, they're done.
Yeah. So they got a lot of
canceled.
Yeah, they pretty much got canceled. So they did the same thing to like 4 other people, I think. And so after that happened, like 5 different companies sent that girl a
computer.
Yeah, I think so.
That's amazing.
So to jump into the podcast, I told you to hold off on the story, but
oh yeah,
the boxing thing today.
Yeah. So I went to I did this a few weeks ago, or like a month ago maybe. But I went back, and basically Booker T is in the Hall of Fame for WWE. He is from the area.
He's from Houston?
Yeah. From the Houston area. I don't know exactly, but like he was part of a tag team called the Harlem Heat back in the day. Anyway, he's very famous in that world, and he opened up a school in collaboration with World Gym. This is fun.
I know. She's gonna get it.
He opened up a school in collaboration with World Gym, where essentially, kind of like a gym membership, you pay X amount of dollars to like be a member at this like gym and kind of get access to training and all this stuff. And anyway, long story short is, it's called The Reality of Wrestling, and it's like his wrestling, promotion.
Yeah.
And it's amateur wrestlers, and they have like a circuit, and it's essentially these like students, these wrestlers in training, and they put on a show, and they've got like a YouTube channel, and where they have like all the storylines going, and I've been to 2 now of these. So I believe.
So he owns. Is this like a minor league wrestling?
Yeah, I mean essentially. So these guys are all getting booed because they're what's called a heel. That's Ryan Davidson. He's actually a hero character now. He was the main event tonight. Him fighting to get the belt from another character.
What do you think the paychecks like for this?
Oh, 0.
This is free?
Most likely. I doubt that they make much money, if any. Yeah. Yeah. He was there tonight.
What if he just broke his neck?
So, that's funny that you say that. Pause this real quick. So, Jamie, pull this up for me.
Yeah.
So, the WWE, like, top star, Big E, just broke his neck, like, last night.
Oh, I saw that video on Facebook.
Yeah, so he did some sort of like suplex, I guess, and broke his neck. And so, I mean, I guess he's fine. He looks happy there.
Dog, is that him?
Yeah. that's the move that broke him. It's just kind of a bummer because WWE, you know, they have a big show coming up, and their biggest star is, you know.
I want to see the video of him snapping that shit.
Yeah, it's good.
Respectfully.
Respectfully, of course, yeah. So,
Mute.
see here.
Unless you can hear it. I can.
No, you can't.
Oh.
So, picks him up for the suplex, and that just broke his neck. Yeah. So, it's rough. Yeah, so
Well,
these guys do some crazy stuff though. But yeah, I mean, it was super entertaining. That's the reason I went. And it's kind of like, I don't know, it's kind of like going to an airport. It's people watching. It's like,
What do you mean?
you go there for the wrestling, but that's about half of why you're there. The other half is the people who attend.
So it's like airport. Are you comparing it to airport watch?
Yeah, like being at an airport and watching the motherfuckers there walking around, the weirdos. This is on another level. The groups of people that attend these shows regularly and make signs for these amateur wrestlers.
I want to see the crowd.
What's great is that their signs and all of that are essentially just like they wrote "boo" in Microsoft Word and then printed that out.
And none of this is handed to the audience upon entering the building.
No,
This is all done.
this is their creative input. So yeah, this is where I was at tonight.
Did you see them tonight?
I did, yeah. They're still fly deaf, yeah. They're still a tag team. They have a different look now.
They look like they're about to go to Ukraine.
Yeah.
City.
I mean, we should send them. We really
We should send the whole.
We should send the reality of wrestling promotion to the Ukraine for sure. So, let's
Just send
see.
them fine Putin.
Go on, go get him.
Who's this, dude? This is like the fucking.
Okay, so he's still a character.
Undertaker?
He's still a character, and now he doesn't wear a shirt, and he wears like chaps, like cowboy chaps, and yeah, so he's got the quickest kicks in the South. That's his little title.
This is. I'm glad I'm actually fucking.
See what I mean? The signs are printed out.
Oh, shit.
I think Booker T's about to come out.
Is he wrestling? No, he's too.
No, but no, I mean he could still wrestle. It's fake, so
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
you know, it doesn't take a whole lot. But yeah, there he is. He's so cool.
There's a lot of breathing room in the audience.
Yeah.
You can move around.
Front row tickets are $26. So, also the concession stand it's a fold out table with variety bags of chips
Just
and Butterfingers.
Just cool. Just cool restaurant. A cheese platter.
Yeah, it's just a charcuterie board.
With the Kroger sticker. It's like halfway peeled off of it.
Fuck.
Actually, you want to go to one of these?
It's incredible.
How? Wait. How did you stumble on this? This looks like an elite, like 007 gathering. Like, how do you get the intel that this is happening? You have to like go out of your way to find this shit.
Yeah.
Dude, if we weren't doing after the podcast, I wanna watch a whole episode of this.
The whole show?
Yeah. And he's in the ring, but he's not about to do anything, right? And how many views did he get on YouTube?
They have 600,000 subscribers. But they don't get that many views. I mean, each video gets like between 5 and 10,000 views.
Okay. And where was this? Where did they set this?
So I was at this match, this Roxy versus Rachel Rose match. There's a lot of content on here, so it's kind of hard to delineate like which show I was at. But the one they recorded tonight was being recorded for TV, and so I'm gonna be on TV, which is pretty fun.
That is.
I mean, I don't know if I want to be
Are you?
shown to the public.
Yeah. So when my mother didn't pay the cable bill when I was a kid, we only had 3 channels. It was CW. And well, maybe 2. I think it was the news channel. So, what would this be broadcasted on? This not.
Oh.
Yeah, like
I have no idea.
Renegades of Wrestling Team Davidson have chosen Rudy Garza. Wait a minute though. Look, Booker T said, "Who's gonna start this? Let me do it." We're gonna see the Hall of Famer.
oh, he's about to wrestle.
Yeah.
Did he wrestle tonight?
This is in 2020. He is about to make a reappearance in WWE though.
Okay. So, holy shit. So I mentioned that we're gonna upgrade the setup, especially before the next podcast episode, which is supposed to be with who?
Sliders, yeah.
So he does cryptocurrency.
He's all about the blockchain, So it's all, it's Web3, it's meta, it's NFTs, crypto, and he's just about the most educated individual that I know personally on kind of all that subject matter.
He has a Bitcoin farm.
He does have a Bitcoin farm in his backyard. So we're going to talk about, in the next episode, kind of talk about just like where all of that stuff is heading in regards to gaming and esports, because they are one and the same. I mean, they are attached at the hip, those two things.
We have an AVI, one of the leads in Lies. So you know how we have the logo?
Mm-hmm.
And then we have it has like the profile picture. He made the logo transparent, so you can kind of see the outline, right? But the background is him staring out of a window, and it's just him naked. I want to
NFT.
Yeah, I'm gonna put that on the video so you can see. But that might be the first NFT we do. Let's see. So we have Kansas coming up. Did you know that is next month?
Mm-hmm.
Who's driving?
We're not driving.
We're
flying.
Yeah. So with Raleigh, we drove 17 hours straight there.
Overnight.
So what time did we leave? Like
We left like at 9 p.m.
we made it there at. What time did the event start?
I think it started like 10 a.m., 11 a.m.
But we
But
made
we
it
didn't
late.
get there until noon or 1.
Yeah, because they had already played a team. So, fuck. That was a long ass time.
Yeah.
So, yeah, this time we're flying. We have Pac Mandela, Alleluia, and then the Durf twins, who are new. We're no longer with Cafe or what was it, Galaxy?
Galaxy.
Yeah. So yeah, what are your favorite moments from Raleigh?
Favorite moments from Raleigh. I mean, getting to see the team like together
I thought
in
you were
one
gonna say
place.
Walshy.
Well, let me
Oh.
fucking let me
I thought
fucking
you-
finish,
that was the first
motherfucker. I'm starting with least important to most important.
Okay.
So least important is seeing the team.
Of course.
And I mean, really, just like walking into the event. I mean, I hadn't
Yeah.
been to a Halo event since I was in high school. No, even before that. Like,
You went to MLG event?
yeah.
Where?
Went to like
Houston?
small MLG events. No,
Oh,
I went to
okay,
one
okay.
in like Miami back in the day. But yeah, I mean, it's just been a super long time, and so to see that, I mean, with everything we have now, it's insane, and so that was really cool. Just kind of walking in, that was kind of a surreal moment. We've got that on video.
Yeah.
Just kind of that initial shot, and yeah, for me, I think, probably one of the coolest moments was meeting, Walshy, who, for those of you who don't know, is he was one of the best Halo players of all time, and he was casting parts of the event. He was on a team called Final Boss, which was my favorite team. It's also the coolest name for a team. It's the coolest logo for a team.
The logo had to grow on me.
But I mean, what's cool about Final Boss is not only is their name cool in and of itself, Final Boss, that's cool
Yeah.
as it relates to video games, but they really were the final boss in Halo. During their time, you beat X, Y, and Z team, and then you had to face Final Boss.
Mm-hmm.
They were your final boss to win a tournament. So yeah, I got to meet him and kind of talk to him and fangirl a little bit, which was a pretty surreal experience. It was like, I think the only other celebrity I've gotten to meet is Tommy Wiseau.
So the bar was low. The bar was.
I mean, really, there's nobody I'd rather meet than those two guys, Tommy Wiseau and Walshy.
Damn, I forgot about him. I don't even think anybody's gonna watch this.
Knows who Tommy Wiseau is.
No.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. For those of you who don't know, there's a movie called The Room. It's one of, critically one of the worst movies of all time, but it kind of has like a cult following. It's peak cinema. It kind of has a cult following nowadays where they show it at kind of these like indie theaters, and similar to like Rocky Horror Picture Show, where there are parts of the movie where you're supposed to do certain things and yell out certain things. And anyway, there was a showing in Houston, and I went and got to meet Tommy Wiseau. And what's funny is the whole point was you get to meet Tommy, buy some merch, get some stuff signed, and then you sit in the theater and watch the movie.
Nobody.
Right? So I met Tommy. I got pictures with him, got some stuff signed with a friend of mine. We walk inside, we sit down, and the movie starts up, and we look at each other and we say, we can leave. Like, we don't have to do this. Because the movie's not fun to watch. It's really tough to watch. You can watch a 10-minute YouTube video that just shows the funniest scenes of the movie, And that's way better than sitting through the full-length feature.
And then so when you guys come to the conclusion to leave, you turn around.
We got up and just left.
And Tommy wasn't at the door, like, stopping.
Tommy was in the backseat of my car waiting for me. And so, I get in my car and I turn it on and I hear, "Oh, hi, Mark," in the backseat of my car.
Like the Riddler.
Yeah.
You're leaving.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, shit. Yeah,
So, yeah, I mean, those are my favorite moments, I think.
Yeah.
Also paying $17 for a vegan burger.
Yeah. The Impossible.
That was essentially the size of my fist. Was awesome.
Yeah.
Loved that.
I had to run on the Bud Lights. Yeah, the food was overpriced, though.
Yeah, that was trash.
Now that I think about it, did we only eat there at the concession stands?
No, motherfucker, we went to Bojangles 4 times.
Oh, yeah, Bojangles. There was, but I forgot about Bojangles.
Bojangles hit, too.
It did.
We didn't do anything. That was a fever dream. That whole weekend was a fever dream. I don't remember sleeping. I don't remember anything.
The fucked up thing about that trip was the most besides meeting Hex, I think the most staple memory I have was going to the Waffle House on the way back. That Waffle House.
Wasn't there somebody outside playing a fiddle or something?
I don't
at that Waffle House?
All I know is out of this, we went at 3:00 in the morning.
Uh-huh.
I think when I walked in, there had to be a total of excluding my teeth.
Which you have all of them.
All of them.
Right.
There had to be less than 50 pieces of teeth. Well,
which is fucked up
25.
because there was about 8 people in there.
Yeah. The ceiling was about to cave in. Where were we in Alabama? What state was that?
Oh, it doesn't matter. They're all the same.
So, pretty much
Deep
everything
south.
west of Louisiana.
Yeah.
I mean, until you hit the ocean, this is a bad spot. North Carolina wasn't even that cool.
Well, we didn't go anywhere.
Were we not downtown?
Oh, yeah, I guess we were downtown.
That looked
yeah,
like
and
a
that
town
felt...
square of Bryan, Texas. So...
Yeah.
Yeah, so there's water coming out of the ceiling. Waffle House is probably the only place. I mean, that's acceptable. That's actually so Waffle House is supposed to be an edgy feeling.
Yeah.
The stereotype, So I'm used to Waffle Houses here. I mean, if you see somebody outside smoking a cigarette and you're walking to the door, they let you, a gas station.
Mm-hmm.
That's cool. It's supposed to be kind of edgy and stuff like that. This one was it was the hostel of Waffle House. So yeah, there was water coming out of the ceilings. The cook, I guess you could call him, was...
You could.
Yeah. It was a bad experience. But the food, hit. But shit, yeah. So, going back to Raleigh, my favorite part of that, of course, was watching. Actually, Mind Freak, when we beat Mind Freak, the Australian team.
That was
cool.
sick. Yeah, that was live.
And then we played Riot Shock's team, which was the middle-aged guy with the hype man behind him.
Uh-huh.
That one was pretty weird. They had kind of to play it safe. They had a fucking big ass dude behind them. Most of the talking was done by the spectators. Were those all his friends? You think? And
I don't know who they were.
They traveled as a pack probably. But anyway.
Yeah.
That was a cool experience playing beating Mind Freak. There must not be that many good. They were the number 1 seed going into that tournament.
Mm-hmm.
They got flown out.
Yeah, a lot of money behind them.
Down.
Yeah.
A second.
2-0, right?
Yeah. So that was cool. Beating Hex. I mean, I damn near. I walked in asking people where he was. Sat behind him for a little bit.
Yeah.
Had to calculate the move. And I ended up getting a picture with him. That's my biggest idol. So that was a pretty cool experience. We saw Flame Sword.
I mean, everybody. We saw Flame Sword. We saw Formal.
We saw Flame Sword in the parking lot too. I don't know if you saw.
Yeah,
that.
yeah. We pulled in with his truck.
Yeah, I was about to say the make and model of his truck, but I don't know. That's
Right.
good. But yeah, no. So
It's. No, yeah. I mean, we saw Formal just at the in the phase booth, just practicing.
yeah,
You know, because who was he playing for?
Sentinels.
Sentinels. That's right.
We saw APG going up the escalators.
We did. Yeah.
That was my first gaming event I've ever been to.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
Yeah, so I don't know. Didn't end up where we wanted it to, but I have higher hopes for Kansas City. We have 50% of our team is new. Do you know what state Kansas City is in?
It's not Kansas.
No, I mean, at this moment I don't believe so. I think it's Missouri. So Missouri has a city called Kansas City.
Yeah, that's dumb for sure.
Yeah. So I thought we were gonna go to Kansas, which is Kansas not north of Texas?
Mm-hmm.
Where's Missouri at?
Also north, but further.
Is that towards Michigan?
Yes.
Okay, so yeah, we're going somewhere next month. We should
Man,
probably.
why can't they pick some cool places?
I don't know. Anaheim.
I mean, no shade on Kansas City, but besides the
Where
Chiefs,
is
what
it?
do y'all got?
No, I think. Whoa, are the Kansas City Chiefs a Missouri team? Or are they Kansas?
Well, no, if it's Kansas City, it's Kansas City, Missouri. You know, we can figure this out.
Yeah. So we're about to find out where we're gonna go in a month. We probably should have done this.
Yeah, City in Missouri.
Yeah. Okay. So.
And the Kansas
Wait, so-
City Chiefs, yeah, they're
So what's the capital of
Kansas City, Missouri. Capital of Kansas?
Yeah.
Can
we pull up a map of America? Right,
Topeka, Kansas. I feel like I used to know all these.
Probably knew them in elementary school and they made us do the
Yeah, propaganda.
in front of the parent. Picture Joe Biden at one of the.
There you go.
So, where are we going?
Oh shit! What the?
Why did that
fuck?
shit enlarge?
Okay, it's right here. So, this is Missouri. That's Kansas.
So it's not.
This is Missouri.
Well, low key, we drove from Texas to North Carolina. We could.
Yeah, that's really far.
Well,
So,
probably have to. Fucking neighbors upstairs are fucking heavy.
loud, yeah, all the time. So I wonder.
Not like PTSD.
Directions. Wonder how long it would be.
Put walking.
Walking distance. 6'5". Just gonna do that. $11
What's better than 17?
I don't give a fuck. I'm never doing it again.
Whoa, it's only an hour and 50-minute flight.
Yeah,
For sure.
for like $315, easy.
So we also got jerseys too this time. I think the last time we played, the first day in our hoodies. Second day was in I guess t-shirt jerseys. So this time we actually have Sector 6
And Sexter,
Sexter
sponsored by
jerseys.
Sexter.
Yeah. I want a sponsorship for the pot. I mean, we're not in a good state as far as setup wise. But
No, we're not. We're in Texas.
No, I meant like a state.
I know what you meant.
Oh. Yeah, I want like hymns.
4 hymns.
What sponsors would you want for the podcast?
What sponsors?
Gucci.
I only want sponsors that I would like use. So, Blue Chew. You know, Manscaped.
Manscaped. I think hymns and Manscaped are kind of.
I have those products.
Yeah.
What if Trojan?
Trojan. Don't use it.
Don't
I have a kid. What if a company approached you and they were like, we want to sponsor the podcast? Like, okay, what do you guys sell? And they sell
people.
Yeah. At
Okay,
this point
what
in
do
time, we
they
need the
sell?
money.
I mean, like, we're not picky, you know. I still don't know how I'm paying rent.
Wall socket plugins, like protectors for the outlets.
Like the little plastic things that you stick in.
We have to do a ad read on
and really hype that shit up.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll do it right now.
Lampshades.
Yeah, they're great for parties.
Human skin.
Human skin.
Snake food.
Sponsored by Ed Gein. Human skin.
What's that dude's name from the first Hannibal movie?
Buffalo Bill.
Didn't he do some human skin shit?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, he was like inspired by Ed Gein. He made like nipple belts and shit. Ed Gein did. He's my hero. Why are you laughing?
Oh my god. Alright, yeah, so we're gonna have to probably not do any of those sponsors. But we're gonna try to attempt to, you know, have a couple ad reads in there for a profit.
I don't know, like some type of like cannabis or like CBD company would be cool, I think.
Yeah. You know Hex has Pine Park, right?
Yep.
Yeah. So I have written down what's there to look forward to in Kansas.
Like
attraction wise, or
so Missouri.
Yeah, Kansas City, Missouri. Fuck, I need to. We might fuck around and end up in fucking another state. Like, what's the venue?
So fun things to do in Kansas City. They have a Legoland.
I never.
Okay, so number 1 is the National World War I Museum. I'll tell you right now, we're not going to that.
There's no history of mine there.
The Nelson Atkins Museum of Art. There's African art.
Yeah?
You want that?
You want it?
Legoland.
Lego.
That'd be cool. I've never fucked with Legos, so I don't know anything about that. Arabia Steamboat Museum. Man, they are really struggling in Kansas City. These are their top attractions. If y'all are ever in the Houston area, I'll give you a list of attractions to go to. Number 1, my apartment. Number 2, Legends.
Reality wrestling.
Now, that's a good one, but that's in Texas City, which is like an hour away. But number 2, Legends. It's a strip club. You don't need to bring any money because I promise you won't be spending it. Also, bring hand sanitizer.
You just look and disgust.
And a gas mask. Fuck it. Wear a hazmat suit, but you need to go. Your eyeballs need to see that shit.
What the
Science City.
Dude, this place fucking sucks.
Toy and Miniature Museum. Kemper Museum of Contemporary Arts. That actually looks pretty cool, but whatever. It's just museums.
It's just, I think.
I gotta be honest, like.
And this is probably
I'm gonna
downtown.
Yeah. Yikes. I gotta be honest, like, I'm gonna get hate for this by everyone, but I don't fuck with museums. I think they're really fucking boring. And
They are.
that's all I have to say about that.
I mean, how they stay open, I don't know.
I don't get it. I feel like it's just like people keep them open by like they're bored and like they don't know how to have fun. They can't create their own fun, so they're like, well, let's go to a museum. How fun would that be?
Plus, we've been lied to because, I mean, so what's the name of a museum that has like the dinosaur shit?
The dinosaur shit?
The skeletons and stuff. Those are all fake.
Oh, like Museum of Natural Science and stuff?
Yeah, I guess. Those aren't real.
Mm-hmm.
So what am I looking at?
It's just like
not history.
clay.
Yeah. No, I mean, I can go on YouTube or Google Images and look at the same shit that's in museums. So
Yeah.
museums.
Weak.
Yeah. So, yeah, we have Kansas City, Missouri next month. I believe the 29th through the 1st is when the event is. I'm looking forward to that. I also wanted to talk about like podcast ideas for the future. I kind of want to do like, I think I wrote it down as activity podcast. So like, there's the idea of going to like random ass fucking food places and ordering the worst shit.
Okay.
And eating it.
Okay.
Obviously. And then not paying. You know, like, but it's like eating the most random ass fucking shit.
So like, when you mean, okay, give me an example.
It could go
Like going to like Chinatown and like going to like the most rundown looking.
You're trying to set me up to say a joke. But
I'm not. I'm just saying, like, if you want to find some sketchy spots to eat, go to fucking Chinatown in Houston.
if you look through the hole in the wall towards the very back, that's where I want to go. So like the dark web of food.
The dark web of food, right?
Yeah, food places.
Yeah.
So it can go two directions. It could be the most unknown, like dark web food channel type exploration, or it can be just like shit that we don't eat at all. So
yeah, or like a food challenge would be fun too.
like a Cece's pizza.
What?
You know, Cece's pizza, like they do like a eat this much pizza in this amount of time, and you get. Wait, forget about that. Did we not do the hot wing challenge at Buffalo Wild Wings that one time?
I've done it. Yeah.
What,
I wasn't with you when I did it.
who was that with? I ate like one wing and I stopped.
Oh, really?
But something like that would be.
I have a video. I wish we could like import it onto here.
We can.
Oh well, we should.
When we edit it.
But I did the Buffalo Wild Wings challenge years ago, and
Is that the one with a picture of you and you just like destroyed?
yeah, like I just got done smoking crack. Yeah. And yeah, after spending a night at Legends, like that's what it looks like. Sick callback. Okay, so, but yeah, I did that.
Hold on. Okay. So, we had mentioned on the other podcast that the podcast test that we did beforehand, but we recently expanded into Apex Legends. We have a full team of, I guess, content creators and a competitive team, I believe, also. So we have a full team for Apex.
It's awesome.
We haven't gotten into Valorant yet. I don't know too much about Valorant. I literally don't know anything about Valorant as far as how it works, the gameplay, or anything like that. So that's something we'll have to like research more on, but we're open to expanding into that. We're kind of drifting away from Call of Duty. We're still doing team tages and montages. But as far as content related stuff, I mean, you probably won't be seeing too much Call of Duty content outside of team tages and montages on the channel. I think right now it's been a current streak of shitty games coming from Infinity Ward, Sledgehammer, Treyarch. It just gets worse every year, and I don't see that changing. So, we already have Halo going for us. Camera kind. We already have Halo going for us. We're trying to push out more content for that outside of the competitive stuff that we're already doing. So, pretty much we're expanding. I think we both can agree that that's probably in the team's best interest moving forward. If we just did Call of Duty, we'd probably be fucking dead within the next year.
Yeah. I'm curious, I'd like to get, I think that we're just trying to diversify, right? Which is smart. I'd be curious, we don't have a huge audience that we're reaching right now, but I'd be curious to kind of get a feel for maybe the people who listen to this or watch this wherever you watch it or whatever, what's the vibe? What are we not making that we need to be making? Where should our content go? Because I think you'd agree that Lies is in a position right now, aside from the stuff that we're already doing, where we're pretty open, as far as direction, to go in.
I feel like stuff like this serves as a relief on the channel. So up until this point, there's only been Call of Duty team tages, the occasional Halo uploads, including the one from Raleigh.
Right.
So, I like the idea of doing these. This is going to be a consistent thing. But I hope it kind of serves as a relief because, how much longer are we going to do are people in the community, the Call of Duty community, just going to do straight team tages and expect to be profitable in the future, get bigger? What was the last team to explode onto the scene from just doing team tages and sniping videos and stuff? So I feel like this is a good opportunity. Like you said, diversify what we upload and stuff like that, and just be open to any and everything. But yeah, so Halo, Apex, and Call of Duty are where we're in right now. We're not. I know you play No Man's Sky, but we're pretty much open to everything. I think a couple people have brought up Rocket League. I think I kind of envision stuff like trying to get into the games where there's an audience that kind of acts like sports fans, they can root for the team, buy the jerseys, have pride and stuff when it comes to repping. That's stuff you can't do through sniping on Call of Duty. That's something you have to do we could do, if we want to do straight up Call of Duty, we would go into the Challengers, the Challengers arena for the Call of Duty League, but there's not that much support from the developers on that side of things, so Challengers is just kind of out of the question. I would love to do Call of Duty competitively. Dude, just Vanguard is just so shitty to watch. Have you tried to watch any competitive matches from Vanguard?
Very little.
Yeah.
Very little. I think that, you kind of hit the nail on the head. I think something that you see in traditional sports, right? So your NFL, your MLB, NBA, NHL, stuff like that. You root for a team, right? And very, very, very rarely, it's kind of an exception to the rule, will you follow a player to a different team.
Yeah.
There was, right? Like I think the one that comes to people's minds is Brady.
Peyton
right?
Manning. Probably.
Peyton Manning, yeah. But Brady going from the Pats to
The Bucs.
to the Bucs, a lot of people became Bucs fans, right?
Yeah.
But aside from that, I mean, people tend to stick to their franchise,
Yeah.
you know, that they root for, no matter who's playing on it.
Mm-hmm.
And what I've seen in esports is not that.
No.
You tend to pick your favorite players, you know, because a lot of the times they're also content creators.
Yeah.
And you kind of follow them. You know, I think the exception to that rule is maybe Optic, you know, just with like the green wall and like how much support they, you know, kind of, you know, have behind them.
See, when they sold Optic, when Hex sold it, they were Optic LA during the first year of the Call of Duty League. I think all the green wall fan base went to the Chicago Huntsmen, which was Hex's CDL team during that period of time when he didn't have Optic. So, but yeah, I think Optic is a good example.
Yeah. So, I mean, I think that you would agree that at Lies, we're trying to build a brand that you can just like follow, you know, and you don't have to like, you know, because I don't know. I just feel like it's exciting to be able to just kind of fall in love with a brand, you know, and I mean, I do it with, you know, there was a period where I was, you know, in love with, you know, Adidas, right, for years. And I bought nothing but Adidas gear. And it was so...
You worked at the Adidas store, right?
I worked at, the Adidas headquarters in Portland.
Yeah.
You know, it was really cool to just like be in love with this brand and be able to just like, you know, kind of gobble up all the content that they were providing to me, you know, as a consumer. And, you know, in esports, like, if you're a fan of, I don't know, Snipe Down, right? Mm-hmm. Like, he may jump from this team to this team to this team in his career. Not saying he's doing that right now, but he may do that. And if you're just a fan of Snipe Down, you're going to have to jump from each team. And each team is going to have their own branding, their own aesthetic. And you're not going to be able to just kind of fall in love with that brand and really enmesh yourself in that brand. You know, and kind of follow that brand's career. So to speak. So I think at Lies, like, that's what we want to do. That's kind of why we're sort of trying to merge those two, like, streets of, you know, it's kind of why I mentioned Adidas, right? Like, just kind of trying to merge that, like, brand loyalty with this esports aspect, you know? So, yeah.
Yeah. I think, to build something like that too, you have to give the fan base something to come back to, or people to come back to. So, I mean, doing videos like in real life content and stuff like that, based around like staple foundation members and stuff, people grow accustomed to them. They want to keep coming back to see the videos and the content, or keep up with the team. So yeah, I think we have a pretty solid, like, and long running roster. I think from this point on, we have to, when it comes to the roster that we have in, let's say, Call of Duty or even Halo, we've had the same Halo team. I think what we had, like, Stress and Dark Matter for the first event that we did in Halo.
And then Firebird.
Yeah, Chaotic. And then after that, I think we ran with Pac. After that team kind of broke up, we ran with Pac and Jay. And since then, I mean, we've lost, like, I mean, we had like Galaxy and Cafe, and they're no longer with us, but we still have, like, you know,
they're alive.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
as far as we know.
Yeah,
I mean, I haven't talked or heard from them, so, you know, anything could have happened, but as far as we know, they're still alive.
Yeah. So, I mean, right now with Halo,
but they're dead to us.
Nah, I wish them the best of luck. But with Pac and Jay, I feel like they're the staples of our Halo team right now. So I think we need to do a better job of, we're competing and stuff like that, but making content to put on the YouTube channel to kind of introduce them to our YouTube audience, and then kind of grow from there and kind of make them like household names for us. We also need to do that with the Call of Duty roster as well. Like when it comes, I think most of the team right now is kind of taking a break from sniping. We're still sniping, but people are exploring other things like content creation, Warzone, and all that stuff. So, probably need to do a better job of kind of making. If you think of Optic, you think of like Skunk, Nade Shot, Formal. All of them do what they do, and then they make content. So like Formal, Skunk compete, but they still make content. That draws a fan base. That if they only got introduced to him through his content, now they're gonna get introduced to him competing, and vice versa. So I don't know. It's a lot of stuff, but we're trying to do our best to venture out of the comfort zone that we've been in for the past 2 years and just do new things. So this podcast is one of those. It's an example of doing that, and all the future ones, and whatever we do in the future when it comes to in real life content. I don't think it's just going to end with the podcast. Like I mentioned earlier, I was thinking of doing stuff like the food stuff, and just other little stuff. Vlogging when we go to events. Yeah, so I guess to stay tuned for that stuff. We're going to keep thinking and plotting. Do you have anything else that you want to bring up?
No, I guess the last thing would just be to kind of reiterate, like, now is the best time to like make suggestions, because they're going to be heard and they're going to be, talked about, right? Like, just as, consumer of our content, like, it's the easiest time to make suggestions and see those kind of manifest, the smaller our audience is. Yeah. Because the bigger it gets, the more difficult that's going to be. The more set in our ways we're going to be. Right now, we're very like liquid, we're very moldable.
That boils down to like suggestions on like topics for the podcast. Suggestions like what other games would you like to see us make content in? Yeah, merchandise suggestions. I don't know, but there's a lot of stuff that we can do. We're kind of in a business that's kind of being built as it goes. So there's a lot of room for error without like, any repercussions. So we have all the time in the world right now to experiment with different things and different ideas. But yeah, if that's all you have.
I think so. Yeah.
So I think that's the conclusion of our first official LiesRADIO podcast. The setup's going to be different for the next episode. We're going to have a guest for the next episode.
Some new equipment.
Yeah, probably a different environment too. It's not going to be, a cat and a dog around. So yeah, that's going to be it. We'll see you guys on the next episode.